Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. After an introduction video on this upcoming transit of planet Saturn in the Purva-Bhadrapada nakshatra, in this video we will try to get into the deeper analysis of it, and we will be focusing on the Navtara concept, which means we will be focusing on this transit's results from your Moon Nakshatra, Janam Tara's point of view. Now guys, definitely that makes sense. Saturn is a very karmic planet. Saturn is a planet of justice, specifically the karmic justice. So, and that is the only reason when it comes down to the calculation of the Sade Sati, we always calculate that from the moon sign, not from your ascendant. So initially I was thinking about making a video from the ascendant, then I talked myself that okay, let's make on the moon sign. Then I no, I need to go much deeper into it. So we will have our discussion from the point of view of your Moon Nakshatra and what role Saturn is going to be playing over there. Guys, just a brief summary of all what we discussed in the last video, where I talked about that definitely if any significant development has to take place in your career, Saturn has to promise that. And when we talk about the nakshatra, which in itself are responsible for the creation of result, production of energy. So Purva-Bhadrapada, beyond doubt, is being ruled by the planet Jupiter, but any nakshatra acquire majority of its traits from its presiding god or deity. So when we talk about the nature of the Aja Ekapada, who presides over this nakshatra as its god, so Aja Ekapada is like one of the 11 Rudra who is considered as very ferocious whenever it comes down to the manifestation of the results. That is the only reason, guys, all those people who could have the concerns of very dual life, split personality, or very much prone towards doing underhanded or secretive activities, Purva-Bhadrapada is generally attached with all those attributes. So imagine, more than the secrecy and mysticism of a nakshatra just previous to it, which is the Shatabhisha, being ruled by the Rahu, in Purva-Bhadrapada, somehow there is a potential of the demonic side of our personality overwhelming us. And definitely, guys, even from the mundane astrology point of view as well, the way events are shaping up globally. So Saturn's transit in the specifically in the Purva-Bhadrapada, Jupiter's entry in the very first week of the May in a very Rajasic sign like the Taurus sign is not creating a very harmonious energy. Definitely we will have a separate discussion on all of that, but now from this point onwards I will be shifting my attention on that what result Saturn is going to be bringing for you if it is going to be basis your Janam Nakshatra or Moon Nakshatra. So guys, the very first point which I have made is for the Aries moon sign native, and within Aries, if your Moon Nakshatra is Ashwini, so that means if your Moon Janam Tara Nakshatra is Ashwini, so that means Saturn is definitely transiting in your 11th house, but basis the Nav Tara categorization, Saturn is going to be transiting in the Nadhana Tara, which in a way represents poverty. Second thing is that because now Saturn is going to be transiting in the Manasa 25th nakshatra from your Janam Tara, from your Moon Nakshatra. So that in itself means, guys, that from the stress point of view, you guys have to be a little bit cautious, you guys have to be a little bit careful. Second thing is that we cannot even overlook this fact that the ruler of the Ashwini, which is the Ketu, it is already transiting in your 6th house, and over and above that, Saturn transiting in the Nadhana poverty causing nakshatra. So that in itself tells about that yes, in the matters of your aspiration, any major investment, trusting other people in the matters of money and all, in all these avenues you have to be extra cautious, you have to be extra careful. And again, guys, when we talk about the Nadhana nakshatra, it's not only the poverty of wealth, this also tells about the poverty of the character as well. And you know this thing that Saturn is a very is a planet which is all the time observing, monitoring your thoughts, your actions, your engagements. So definitely integrity, honesty needs to be abided by, and along with that, From the wealth point of view, this could be a alarming concern. So if in any way in your aspiration, specifically if you are right now in the dasha of the karmic planet, like I mean to say you're already going through the mahadasha or antardasha of Ketu, you're already in the mahadasha antardasha of Rahu or Saturn, and you are like inclined towards getting money on credit from market and investing it into somewhere and all, in all these areas you have to be extra careful. Now guys, moving ahead, now let's say for example if your moon nakshatra is Bharni. So guys, for the Bharni nakshatra natives, Saturn is going to be transiting in the sadhana tara for your janam tara moon nakshatra. So and this is generally attached with the attainment. So for the Bharni natives, this transit of Saturn in the Sadhan Tara will definitely be a very good news. Like the way this could be a news that something to do with the, like where we talk about attainment of position, attainment of some new skill, getting enrolled into some new club membership, being a part of a like-minded people, like-minded group, standing a chance for the recognition for all the hard work you have been doing. So overall guys, because at the end of the day, for the Bharni moon nakshatra native as well, whatsoever is gonna be happening, it is going to be influencing the attributes and matters of your 11th house only. I'm talking from the moon nakshatra point of view as well. So overall guys, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable specifically for the accomplishment, attainment. This could be of wealth, this could be of some title, this could be of recognition. Saturn, its transit in the Purva-Bhadrapada is definitely a very good news for you. And in any case guys, like when we talk about the gods which preside over Bharni, like Yamraj, the lord of time and death and all, and Purva-Bhadrapada with Aja Ekapada, so somehow there's a lot of harmony in the energies of your moon nakshatra and the nakshatra where Saturn is going to be transiting. So very good time for you. Work hard, you will definitely reap the rewards and returns. Now guys, if your moon nakshatra is Kritika, so that means Saturn is going to be transiting in the Prayatak, like the obstacle causing nakshatra, Purva-Bhadrapada, and which also happened to be Sanghatik, like it's the from your moon nakshatra. Saturn is transiting the 23rd nakshatra, the Sanghatik nakshatra. So because of which guys, this is a little bit concerning news for the Kritika natives. Here I'm talking about if your Janam Tara, your moon nakshatra is Kritika, but it is placed in the Aries end. So if you are a Aries moon Kritika person, then definitely guys, there could be some concerns pertaining to the matters of the incoming gains. So my recommendation to the Kritika native is that let's say for example if you are facing some intermittent troubles in the matters of the finances, because first of all Saturn is going to be transiting in the Prayatak Tara, and the lord of the Purva-Bhadrapada, which is the planet Jupiter, it is also transiting in the Taurus from the May month onwards. So pertaining to the matters of the finances or some incoming gains, or this could be some opportunities, any new people or group you will be a part of, or you're planning or trying to be a part of. So I would say that keep your aspirations very realistic, work hard, follow integrity, ethics, be very aware while forming new connection, new bonds and all. That is all what I can say for the Kritika moon natives. Now guys, let's say for example if you are a Taurus moon Kritika person, so your moon nakshatra is Kritika but in the Taurus side, so definitely guys, now the major, it is still going to be the Prayatak Tara causing obstacle, but just because Saturn is now going to be transiting in the 10th house, like so because of which the obstacle will come majorly in the matters of your dealing with the authority figure or with your bosses. So you have to be very careful, do not argue, or let's say for example if your any of your thoughts are not getting along well with your bosses and everything. So my recommendation is that following tact and diplomacy is the right way of dealing with any situation, because a lot many times when it comes down to the Kritika native, they could be very critical as well. They, like, I have seen lot many people in the influence of Kritika leaving very scathing reviews and feedback and all of that. So my recommendation is for the Taurus Kritika natives, there could be some sort of obstacle, like, you know, this thing that Saturn is a very important planet for you. It is a Yogaraka planet. So even amidst all these obstacles, it is still be doing something good for you. So try to stay optimistic in the face of any obstacles which you might encounter at your professional front. And my recommendation to the Kritika native is that if you're also going through some challenging dashas and all, then do not experiment at your line of work, and do your job with complete sincerity and responsibility. That is all what I can say. Now guys, let's say for example, if your Moon Nakshatra is Rohini, and definitely now Saturn is going to be transiting in the Shema Tara for you, which in itself represents happiness. So again guys, Saturn transiting, being your Yogaraka planet, transiting in your 10th house, it's already forming one of the Panch Mahapurush Yoga, Shash Yoga, and over and above that in the Shema Tara. So that in itself tells about that, yes, pertaining to the matters of your professional endeavors, there is a strong possibility of reaping the reward of all the hard work you have been putting in. Chances of finding a job if you are unemployed, chances of getting your first break or getting the recognition for your work, getting along well with your bosses, or standing a chance for working on some very lucrative projects and all. So overall guys, it's a very happiness causing transit of Saturn. So I only have good things to say for this transit for the Rohini Moon Nakshatra natives. Try to make the best use out of it. Now guys, when we talk about the for the Mrigshira Moon Nakshatra natives, so definitely guys, Saturn is going to be transiting in your 10th house. I'm here talking about the Taurus Mrigshira native first. So if you are a Mrigshira native with Moon being in the Taurus side of it, so Saturn is going to be transiting still in your 10th house, but it is going to be transiting in the Vipat Tara, which in itself means danger. So yes guys, at your work front, you have to be a little bit careful, specifically if you are a kind of person who takes lot many risks, or like you're already going through some challenging dasha or planetary time period, or you are in a nature of work where you're already fearing like any of the layoffs or not getting along well, being in the right impression of your bosses and all. So whatsoever you can opt for, any tact, any strategy, buttering, cajoling, diplomacy, opt for that, because Saturn's transit in the Vipat Tara for your Moon Nakshatra is not a very favorable news. So again guys, clashes with the bosses at the work front, and like being put forth in very challenging and very position where there are lot many threats and excessive responsibilities and challenges, that could be a theme for the Mrigshira Taurus natives. Again guys, in a way Saturn is a very like for your moon sign, Saturn is a favorable planet for you. Saturn gets exceptionally strong in the 10th house. So I mean to say, even if it is going to be creating some obstacle for you, it might be challenging you or pushing you to find your or meet your best potential. So that is all what I can say guys. Now when we talk about the Gemini Mrigshira natives, so definitely guys, Saturn is still gonna transit to your Vipat Tara, but now it is going to be, the whole transition is going to be happening in the matters of the 9th house. So again guys, Saturn is a very important planet for you. All what I can say is that in the matters of your 9th house, like any of the concerns of immigration, long distance travel, your terms with your father and all, over there might be some intermittent problems, troubles, conflicts which you might have to encounter. So any of the travels if you have to undertake during this time, specifically work related travel, because guys in your case Saturn has got a rulership over your 8th house as well. So excessive caution and care is something which Gemini Mrigshira native has to follow. Strong possibility that the advice which you will be getting during this time might not work out in your favor. So take everything with a pinch of salt. And if you're already engaged in the profession of the ninth house, which has to do with teaching, training, motivation, theology, banking, finance, investment banking, import, export, travel, immigration, business and all. So all those guys have to be very, very careful pertaining to the matters of your professional decision making. Now guys, when we talk about if your moon nakshatra is of Ardra, so definitely guys, in your case, now Saturn is going to be transiting in your Sampat Tara, which in itself means wealth. The good part is that Saturn is transiting in the ninth house still for you, and it is going to be a very harmonious transit. So in a way that this transition can pave path towards some new opportunities, I would say, or work related travel will prove to be very like success giving. You will also get the right advice from your mentors and all. Nothing could be better than that, because with your moon nakshatra being Adra, which is being ruled by the Rahu, so definitely anything foreign, anything cosmopolitan, anything exotic always suit you. And during this time, if you're already trying for moving your base to another country, or if in your line of work, ninth house related professional attributes are getting applicable in your case, travel, import, export and all, so immigration, business and all. So all those people will definitely gonna benefit with this transition of Saturn in the Sampat Tara for you guys. Like specifically, the impact is going to be felt primarily in the matters of wealth, money, finances and prosperity. Now guys, when we talk about the Punarvasu nakshatra natives, so definitely guys, if you are your moon nakshatra is Punarvasu but in the Gemini side of it, so that means Saturn is going to be transiting in your ninth house, and because Saturn is going to be transiting in the Janam Tara, because Purva-Bhadrapada is also being ruled by the planet Jupiter only, so is the Punarvasu nakshatra. So that in itself means that generally planet gives very mediocre results whenever they are transiting in the Janam Tara. Something to do with, like, if in your case in any capacity devotion, worship is getting applicable, then this could be a very good it's going to be a very good transit for you. Like let's say for example, if you're already creating content on motivation, teaching, guiding, motivating people, showing light and bringing light in the lives of the people, then this could be a very beneficial time for you. So again guys, a lot will be dependent on, because Saturn is not a planet which just relying on your lucky breaks or leap of faith, it is going to give you results. But let's say for example, if whatsoever opportunity you have already earned it, you stand a chance for that. So this transition in the Saturn's shift in your Janam Tara will definitely pave path towards some better opportunities, better conditions for the Punarvasu Gemini natives. And definitely guys, any of the travels will definitely prove to be very harmonious, being well guided by people, standing a chance for visa immigration if you are trying. So overall, it's a good shift. Now guys, if you are a Punarvasu nakshatra person but being born in the Cancer side of it, Cancer Punarvasu person, so guys definitely it's the Janam Tara for you guys as well, but it is going to be taking place in the 8th house for you. So again guys, nothing would be better than that. If in any capacity, devotion, religious austerities, investment, banking, all those things are getting applicable in your case, then this is going to be a favorable shift in the energy of the planet Saturn being in your in the Purva-Bhadrapada. Because guys, we cannot even overlook this fact that Jupiter is a very auspicious planet for you. If Saturn is going to be transiting in the nakshatra of the planet Jupiter, the transiting Jupiter during this year only, from the month of May, it is going to enter the most auspicious house of yours, which is the 11th house. Like most auspicious houses are always the trine houses, but the wealth giving house. So overall guys, definitely if you stand a chance for any good return on investment, any of the royalties and all, so I would say this thing, that this shift in the energy of the nakshatra of the Saturn will prove to be very, very harmonious for you. So yes guys, I'm only seeing good things pertaining to the matters of the 8th house of if you're already engaged in research, psychology, occult, ocean travel, sea travel and something. So overall it's a good transit. I will still say it's kind of mediocre thing. The much efforts you will be putting in in an equal measure you are going to get the results. Now guys, when we talk about the nakshatra number 8, which is the Pushya nakshatra. So guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be transiting in the Param Mitra Tara for you guys, which is simply means a very good friend. So and also because it is going to be the 18th nakshatra from your Moon nakshatra Pushya. So Purva-Bhadrapada is the 18th nakshatra from your Moon nakshatra. So that also makes it a Samudayik nakshatra as well. So it's a very good transit. So guys, I'm very much sure that any of the concerns where you are trying to you are in that journey of unknown and you're trying to get some support or anything to do with the research or social experiments and all, something to do with the finding the divine and spiritual elevation. So for all those people specifically guys, it is good in this regard that if you are in a quest for finding out some secretive, forbidden, hidden answers, and you are even ready to dedicate and devote yourself towards the strictest of the religious austerities. Now this could be a case that for long you have been in a comfortable job in West, but for long you have been getting this instincts and those kind of inner drive that I should travel to the East, I will enroll for some course, I want to learn now Ayurveda, I want to do a course in yoga, I want to travel and do some religious or spiritual pilgrimage. So for all those kind of concerns, and guys, just because it is a Samudayik nakshatra and it is a Param Mitra nakshatra, so if you have this faith in the universe and the higher powers, you will be able to get the support and right set of relevant people will keep on coming in your life and keep on, and the dots are going to be getting connected automatically for you. So yes guys, for the Pushya nakshatra native, I see in any case Pushya is a one of the most auspicious nakshatra, and over and above that it is ruled by the Saturn in itself, and it's gonna be transiting in the Paramitra nakshatra. So I only have good things to say for the Pushya Moon nakshatra natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Ashlesha nakshatra, so if Ashlesha is your Moon nakshatra, that means Saturn is going to be transiting in the Mitra Tara, a friend's house, and when it is taking place, it is going to be taking place in your 8th house. So yes guys, it's a very good alignment. The only way we can see the difference between the energy of the predecessor like Pushya and comparing it with the Ashlesha. So definitely for Pushya I mentioned the Paramitra, and for the Ashlesha I'm saying Mitra. And again guys, the nature of the Ashlesha is little bit esoteric. So I would say this thing that like when we talk about Pushya definitely has more to do with the devotion, higher faith and all. But when we talk about Ashlesha, it has got some sort of Mercurian energy as well, like trying to resolve some complex problems and issues of the life, or if you are engaged in anything which is like very toxic and you want to get rid of that sort of rejuvenation, or you deal with chemicals, you deal with poisonous substance, or you are heavily invested in some scientific research and exploration and all. So this entry of Saturn in the Mitra friend Tara for your Moon Ashlesha nakshatra is going to be very good news. Again guys, Mitra means friend, so an 8th house is completely hidden. So if with this leap of faith in the higher powers you are treading somewhere in the life, so people will keep on automatically getting connected with you for your life's purpose. That is all what I can say for the Ashlesha Moon nakshatra native. Now guys, when we talk about the Magha Moon nakshatra natives, so definitely guys, for you people, Saturn is going to be transiting in the Nadhana Tara, which means poverty, and it is also the 16th nakshatra from your Moon nakshatra, so which is also called as the Vanashik nakshatra as well. So yes guys, you guys have to be very careful. It is going to be transiting in your 7th house, so that in itself means that any of the commercial decision making, any of the partnership nature of work, if you are over there, so any of the business or financial decision you have to take very cautiously, you have to take that very carefully, because guys in your case like Saturn has got a rulership over your 6th house as well. So any of the wrong decision and you are very quick and prone towards incurring debt, or any of the wrong decision, ruthless action, you're very quick to getting entangled into some court case and something like that. So my recommendation is that definitely guys, when it comes down to the Magha, these are among those people who are always very easy, or they get very easy passage to power, to the attainment of throne or something. So all what I can say right now at this stage is that like there has to be very humility in your behavior, and any of the financial decisions specifically where there is too much risk, uncertainty is involved, you have to take that very carefully. Because guys, in your case now, as you can see this thing that because Saturn is transiting in this nakshatra, Jupiter is the lord of the Purva-Bhadrapada, is going to be very soon entering your 10th house as well. So the only thing where I'm seeing you guys a little bit vulnerable is in the matters of the finance only, and any of the wrong decision at your professional front is also going to have an impact in your finances and all as well. So yes guys, that is all what I can say. There's a strong possibility for the Magha Moon Nakshatra native if you are already like, because as you can see, even Ketu is transiting in your 2nd house as well. So guys, if you are already at a receiving end, at a last stage of being very overwhelmed and very traumatized by any existing partnership and you want to get out of it, so this nakshatra is definitely going to be inducing or enforcing all those transformation in the joint relationship and partnership as well. So yes guys, that is all what I have to say for the Magha Moon Nakshatra natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Purva Phalguni Nakshatra natives, so guys, in your case now, as you can see this thing that Saturn is going to be transiting in your definitely in the 7th house, but it is going to be transiting in the Sadhan Nakshatra, which Sadhan Tara. So Sadhan Tara means the Tara of attainment, of accomplishment and all. So yes guys, specifically like if you are strongly devoted and dedicated to something, this could be a cause, this could be for your profession, this could be towards your partner, spouse, your family or something. So definitely whatsoever you have been strongly chasing or pursuing, Saturn will pave path towards that. Definitely Saturn works in a very slow fashion, but slowly, gradually it will definitely connect the dots for you. And guys, like the way you know this thing that Saturn in your case, for the Purva Phalguni Nakshatra native, like in any case, Saturn is a plays a very sensitive role for you guys. So because it has got a specifically for the Leo moon natives, Saturn has got a rulership over your 6th house as well. So I would say this thing that whatsoever you have, like you have suffered, you have struggled for, or you have faced some fierce competition, the return, the reward or recognition of that is soon going to be awaiting for you. Because guys, 7th house is a very tricky house. Like it is a bhavat bhavam of two important angular houses. From the 4th house, it is 4th from it. From the 10th house, it is 10th from it. This is how we reach the 7th house. So yes guys, whatsoever you have struggled, you have endured and you have worked hard for, you have suffered for, the result of that is very soon and it's very close to your range. So yes guys, that is all what I have to say for the Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. And again guys, like this could qualify in any capacity. If you are single, trying to get married, in any of the important commercial projection or vision of yours as well, this is going to be a supportive transit. Now guys, when we talk about the Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra natives, if your moon nakshatra is Uttara Phalguni, but it is in the Leo side of it, so that means Saturn is going to be transiting in your Paryatak Tara, which in itself means obstacles. So yes guys, you guys have to be very careful pertaining to the matters of the 7th house. Let's say for example, whatsoever business decision you have to take that with complete caution and care. Just because guys, during this time, any of the concerns of like financial like credit or debts and all, those concerns might overwhelm or might affect your decision making in the present as well. Even within the relationship as well, any of the past misunderstanding, confusion might come on the surface, or this could be a case because Saturn is a very slow moving planet. Here we are not only talking about like just for a day or week, we are talking about like for the next couple of months. So the theme is going to be within the matrimonial life, every day working hard to make things work out, to make things better, to have that strong compatibility, that sort of likeliness towards each other. So this is how this whole journey of Saturn in your Pretak Tara causing obstacle is going to be behaving during this time. So my recommendation to all the Uttara Phalguni Moon Nakshatra native is that start making amendments, changes right from now, because later on you do not want to regret for not giving your best in the matters of partnership, companionship, relationship and all. Now guys, when we talk about you have your Moon Nakshatra to be Uttara Phalguni, but being in the Virgo side of it. So guys, in that situation, Saturn is still going to be transiting in the Pretak Tara, but it is going to be now in your 6th house. So definitely guys, when we talk about the 6th house, which has to do with the concerns of your health, concerns of the financial liabilities and all. So over and above that, Saturn now transiting in your Pretak Tara. Now guys, the good part is that Saturn generally in the Upachya Bhava generally manifests some very good results. But guys, over here, because Uttara Phalguni has got a lot to do with the union, with the partnership and all, because of the nature of the god which preside over it. And during this time, now Saturn being transiting in the Pretak Tara, there is a strong possibility that you might find it difficult to deal with the subordinates, how make your juniors work as per your terms and all. If you're already going through some health related concerns, you have to give additional caution and care. Financial credit and liabilities needs to be handled. Like a lot many times your business might have been doing good so far, and relying on that projected anticipated growth, you took more loan from the market beyond your capacity to handle, manage and return and all. So in all those areas, caution, care is advisable. So yes guys, pertaining to the matters of the 6th house, it might be very slightly good for people who are working as a lawyer, who are working as a cop or arbitrator, counselor and all. But definitely guys, all the 6th house related daily challenges is something which might overwhelm lot many Virgo Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra natives. So I would say this thing, that right before Saturn making its way in this nakshatra, discipline, integrity and honesty needs to be inculcated. Now guys, when we talk about the Hasta Nakshatra, so if your Moon Nakshatra is Hasta, so that means from the Navtara concept, Saturn is now going to be transiting in your Shema Tara. Now Shema, which means happiness, and this happiness is coming in your 6th house. So again guys, it is a very good news, like the way this thing, that somehow Hasta in the original Kalpurush Kundli as well is somehow connected with the 6th house attributes only, being a perfectionist, being very hardworking, and over and above that, this is a typical yoga where generally when do you experience happiness? When you are satisfied and contented with the results which you have got for all the hard work you have been putting it. So that is what this transit is going to ensure. If in any capacity you are struggling, you're working hard, you're very dedicatedly involved in the matters of the 6th house, so I would say this thing, that this is the time to reap the reward of that. So yes guys, attainment of position, or I would say this thing, that doing something good in any competitive situation and all, and being able to exert your authority in a very efficient way. So this is how, because when we talk about the happiness, the definition of happiness changes from planet to planet. Had it been Venus, the happiness might come going on a luxury vacation. Had it been some other planet, it might be different. But when it's Saturn and happiness, that too getting experienced in the 6th house, so that in itself means that you have earned something through diligent hard work, and it is the time to celebrate and have that monopoly in your line of work. So a good news for the Hasta Nakshatra natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Chitra Moon Nakshatra natives, specifically if you are on the Virgo side of it, so yes guys, Saturn is going to be transiting in your Vipat Tara. So it is a concern specifically in the matters of the 6th house. So health needs to be watched. Along with that, any of the concerns of financial liabilities needs to be monitored. Because guys, when we talk about the Chitra has got a Martian energy which resonate through interest in art, entertainment, creativity, architecture, construction, developing something. So my recommendation, because there are certain nakshatra where there is always this fear that relying on your vision, they might overspend, they might go overboard. So my recommendation to the Virgo Chitra native is that any of the concerns of how you deal with your juniors, subordinates, or how you behave with grace, tact and diplomacy in any pressurizing competitive situation, and the matters of the health and all needs to be watched. That is all what I can say for the Chitra natives. And guys, honestly speaking, whatsoever responsibilities will come to you during this time, a new position offer will come to you during this time, it will come with attached threats, responsibilities, pressure as well. So undertake that very carefully. Now guys, if you are Chitra Moon Nakshatra, but being in the Libra side of it, so that means Saturn is still transiting in your Vipat Tara, but it is transiting in the 5th house. So yes guys, pertaining to the matters of like if you are connected with art, entertainment, creativity, there could be some sudden challenges on the account of children as well. If you are planning to conceive, so then also there might be challenges, imminent hidden danger as well, regarding which you have to be careful. So yes guys, pertaining to the matters of the 5th house, like 5th house generally tells about our Purva Punya as well. 5th house also tells about the way our mind function. In certain cases, it's our own buddhi, it's our own mind only which becomes our enemy because of the negative thinking and all. So all of that needs to be curbed. I have already mentioned guys, like when we talk about the Purva-Bhadrapada nakshatra, there is a very secretive, esoteric, mysterious side attached to this energy of this nakshatra as well. And now it is going to be influencing, Saturn is going to be influencing it in your 5th house. So again guys, it all depends to individual. If you are an artist but you work in a very bold, very dark, very scandalous side of art, this could be beneficial for you. But let's say for example, if you are a regular guy who wants to live his life in peace, or you are in a counseling business, you are an entrepreneur, you are a freelance person, so then all those people have to be little bit cautious, little bit careful. Now guys, let's say for example, if your Moon Nakshatra is the Swati, so that in itself means that basis the Navtara concept, Saturn is now going to be transiting to your Sampat Tara. So guys, definitely Saturn has been transiting in your Janam Tara, like Shatabhisha is a nakshatra which is being ruled by Rahu, which is your Moon Nakshatra Lord as well, Lord of Swati as well. So after facing that pressure from the past couple of months, now finally Saturn is going to be being in a position where it can pave path towards some sudden speculative gain, because it is from your Moon Nakshatra as well, Moon sign as well. It is going to be, transition is going to be taking place in your 5th house in itself. So that in itself means that something to do with, like if in your line of work, see guys, even astrology works in this fashion only, that country, era, culture, person, personality, everything has to be applicable. If you are working in a field, like you are working in the stock market, you are a creator, so if in any capacity you are in a line of work where capacity to attain wealth in a small span of time is feasible, your running dasha is also very favorable, your natal moon is also very well guarded, supported, then I would say that definitely you are headed the right way. So yes guys, pertaining to the matters of the some sudden speculative gain of the wealth, because Jupiter very soon during this month only is going to be transiting in your 8th house as well. So with your 8th house and 5th house being accentuated, same is the situation which is getting promised from your Moon Nakshatra as well. So I would say this thing that definitely you are headed in the right direction. Again guys, wealth is different for different people. For some it is the attainment of the mantra, siddhi, spiritual elevation as well. For someone it's a wealth comes in the form of having a childbirth, finding your love. So yes guys, in any capacity, Saturn's transit is definitely going to be coming to make you more wealthier for sure. Now guys, when we talk about the Vishakha nakshatra, so definitely guys, Vishakha is your Janam Tara, and in a way Saturn is going to be entering your Karma nakshatra. So you being your Moon nakshatra is Vishakha, but in the Libra side of it. So that means Saturn is transiting in your Janam Tara. So yes guys, the Libra side Vishakha native, it is a very good news. I would say this thing that whatsoever hard work you have been doing in, you will be rewarded or being you will get reciprocated in equal measures from the planet Saturn. Beyond doubt guys, Saturn is a very favorable planet for your moon sign. Saturn is forming a very important yoga, and over and above that, if your mind works with a very futuristic, very long sighted, far-sighted vision, then definitely this transit is going to be making you much wealthier. It's going to be making you more mature and wise. So yes guys, I only have good things to say, and just because Saturn is going to be entering in your karma tara as well, karam tara, so pertaining to the matters of your professional front, there is going to be some very good news. And guys, because 5th house is somehow 8th from the 10th, so if you are in that crossroad in your life where you are trying to start something very new, and all what is needed is support, guidance, motivation, then trust me, this transition will definitely make things work for you. Now guys, let's say for example your moon nakshatra is the Vishakha, but in the Scorpio side of it, so all the attributes what we discussed is going to be influencing the matters of your 4th house. But just guys, it is going to be the transit of the Janam Tara, so I would still say that even in the matters of the 4th house, you will still stand a chance for reaping some very good returns as well. Again guys, like let's say for example, if you want to start something close to your birthplace, it is a very good transit for you. If you want to do something like where we talk about dealing with the when we talk about the spy agency, detective agency, anything to do with the in the realty business, in the construction and all. So overall guys, it's a favorable transit. Like one thing is for sure, that this transit will connect you with your life purpose and will give you strong footing, strong foundation when it is going to be transiting from this Purva-Bhadrapada nakshatra, your Janam Tara. Now guys, when we talk about the Anuradha nakshatra natives, so if your moon nakshatra is Anuradha, so that means Saturn is going to be transiting from your Param Mitra Tara, which is a very good friend for it. So definitely guys, Anuradha, when we talk about Anuradha native, definitely they are like very friendly, they are very social. Somehow it has been seen that they generally do good in far away from their birthplace. They actually blend and they function very well in a very cosmopolitan foreign land of foreign influence. So my recommendation is that now Saturn transiting from your Param Mitra Tara, so I would say this thing, that all the support which you have been craving for or eyeing for, Saturn will help you over there. Second thing is that definitely guys, whatever happens in the matters of the 4th house, somehow public is connected with it. Any of your public aspiration as well, like you are aspiring politician and all, then also it is going to be a very supportive transit for you. Or you want to do something or build something close to your birthplace and all, so you will get the support of right I would say like-minded people, or right set of people who will connect you with important opportunities and all. So this is how this shift in the Saturn's energy is going to be working out for all the Anuradha moon nakshatra natives. Now guys, when we talk about the if your moon nakshatra is Jyeshtha, so definitely guys, Saturn is going to be transiting from the Mitra Tara, taking place in your 4th house. So yes guys, it is a very good news. Definitely the way we say that whenever Saturn is 4th from the moon, it is always kind of a stressful time. So I'm not seeing you guys getting rid of the stress completely, but yes, because Saturn is transiting in the Mitra Tara now. So let's say for example, if you're trying to do something pertaining to the attributes or matter of the 4th house, and specifically guys, because we have to take into consideration the innate nature of the Jyeshtha as well. So with the Jyeshtha, like definitely the Mercury energy also comes into picture. So yes guys, if there is any of your aspiration where like we talk about media, marketing, or promoting yourself in any capacity, it is going to be beneficial time for you. Second thing is that guys, when we talk about Jyeshtha, Jyeshtha has got something to do with the authority, with the seniority, with the recognition in the society as well. So if in any public domain you are eyeing for any coveted position, any of the political aspiration and all, I would still say that this shift in the energy of the planet Saturn in your Mitra Tara in the Purva-Bhadrapada will definitely support you guys. Now guys, when we talk about the Mula moon nakshatra natives, so guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be transiting from your Nadhana Tara, so which in itself means poverty. And now because it is going to be taking place in your 3rd house, so yes guys, during this time a lot many Mula Moon Nakshatra natives might find themselves being left alone, that the kind of support which they deserve, they are not getting that, or the kind of value which your skill possess, you're not being remunerated accordingly. Because guys, we cannot even overlook this fact that your Janam Tara Nakshatra Lord Ketu is also transiting in your 10th house right now. So again guys, it is a kind of a little bit vulnerable energy where you are very much prone towards extreme transformation in your line of work. And over and above that, Saturn, which in itself is a significator of the profession, is going to be entering in the Nidhana poverty causing nakshatra in the Navtara table. So my recommendation is that try to be self-reliant during this time and do not press too hard. Like let's say for example, if you're trying to enforce something, initiate something, and back to back you are getting those omens and signs that it is not meant for you, bro, it is not happening, give it a rest, give it some time. So that sort of mindset needs to be inculcated. That is all what I can say for the Mula Nakshatra native. And yes guys, pertaining to the matters of your third house, so caution, care needs to be followed. This could be the case while trusting with your friends, with your acquaintances, with your siblings, or this could be that whatsoever you're trying to accomplish or you're trying to initiate, if there are like delays or things are getting postponed, so always look at the brighter side. Now guys, when we talk about the Purva-Bhadrapada Moon Nakshatra natives, so definitely guys, for you, Saturn is going to be transiting from your Sadhana Tara, which in itself means attainment, and this whole transition is taking place in your third house, which is a very good news. So again guys, like third house and Saturn being in such a dignified nakshatra basis or moon nakshatra, so it is a very good indication. Like let's say for example, if you're trying to initiate, you're trying to kind of head start something, you'll get the right set of opportunities and circumstances to function in that direction. Second thing is that if in any capacity you are being eyeing support from people around you, this could be your friends, this could be your like your siblings and all, you'll be able to amass the support of the right set of people as well. So yes guys, and in lot many cases, because majority of the freelance skilled professional creators, influencers are seen from the third house. So that in itself means that whatsoever remuneration your skill deserve, whatsoever platform you deserve in order to demonstrate your talents and all, Saturn will definitely give you those opportunities, platform, will connect you with the right set of people and all. So for the attainment, accomplishment point of view and success attained through the support of people around you, it is a good transit. Now guys, when we talk about the Uttara nakshatra, definitely guys, if your moon nakshatra is Uttara, but in the Sagittarius sign of it, so that means Saturn is going to be transiting from the Paryatak obstacle causing Tara for you guys and taking place in the third house. So yes guys, it is a kind of a little bit vulnerable energy. My recommendation is that during this time you have to be very careful. Like people around you are only going to be creating majority of the obstacles in your path. You might find that the kind of pace which any of your professional endeavors should be working, they are being either held back or they're not functioning in their full force, full pace, full capacity. So yes guys, breakdown, not being well guided and supported by your friends. So obstacle might come in this form or in this nature. Again guys, the whole concept of studying this transit from the moon nakshatra is something where the higher powers have a say, have a control. So that is the only reason I mentioned this thing, that Saturn is going to be transiting from the Pratak Tara in the third house. So that in itself means try to be self-reliant, do not be trusting blindly on the people around you. And if you are facing intermittent obstacles while initiating something, give it a pause, give it a rest. So, and do any file work very carefully. So that is all what I can say for the Uttarashadha Moon Nakshatra natives. Now guys, if your Moon Nakshatra is Uttarashadha, but it falls in the Capricorn side of it, so that means definitely Saturn is still transiting in your Pratak Tara, but it is transiting in the second house. So yes guys, second house and obstacles are coming over there. So that in itself means that in the family asset, family wealth, or people around you, immediate, near and dear people, you might not be able to either get their full support, or if you're already going through any trouble on the account of the family business, family wealth and all, so over there as well there might be some caution, care, intermittent troubles or obstacles which many Capricorn Uttarashadha natives have to face. And also guys, your spending needs to be well calculated. A lot many because see, Saturn is your moon sign lord in itself. So now being well posted in the second house from your moon sign, but in a Tara which is capable enough of causing obstacle. So the only thing which I want to say, in the matters of your spending, you have to be careful. Like whatsoever you will try to achieve or attain, I'm talking purely on the financial terms, Saturn might make you work very hard. So like this, let's say for example, if any sum of money you can otherwise erstwhile you were earning that just by 2 days of work, so now you might have to work 5 days. So this is how things are gonna be happening up for the Uttarashadha Capricorn natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Shravana Moon Nakshatra natives, so guys, in your case definitely Saturn is going to be transiting from your Shema nakshatra, which in itself means happiness, and just because it is going to be taking place in the second house, and because the fourth nakshatra from the moon sign, Moon Nakshatra, is also called as the Jati Nakshatra as well. So yes guys, it's a very good transit in this regard, that the immediate family people will prove to be a matter of great support, happiness and prosperity. So like there's a strong possibility that the prosperity and happiness will be experienced because of the contribution, support of your family members during this time. And yes guys, even from the point of view of like if you're already headed in the way of expansion of your business, merging or takeover of some new business, venturing out into something new, like in any major portfolio in the matters of your finances, big decision, if you're contemplating that. So because see guys, Saturn is your moon nakshatra, moon lord in itself, right? Saturn is only going to do good for you. And now with this entry, see, you are definitely in the you are still in the Sadhe Sati, but it does not get applicable as strongly as you guys, because it is your like moon sign lord in itself. And now being in such a good state, so I am very much sure that family will prove to be playing some important role. And yes, you will be able to make good use of your speech, of your wealth for the righteous reasons, and many growth opportunities for the Shravana Moon Nakshatra natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Dhanishta Moon Nakshatra natives, specifically if you are a Dhanishta with your moon sign being the Capricorn. So Capricorn Dhanishta person, Saturn is definitely transiting from your Vipat Tara. So yes guys, Vipat Tara and taking place in the second house. So guys, it is not a very good energy for the Dhanishta Capricorn natives. So family might be responsible for creating intermittent concern whatsoever you're trying to put your hands in the matters of the finances. There might be some like the way we say that hidden charges or some sudden problems which are creeping up, or whatsoever you owe, whatsoever has been promised to you, what you deserve, at the last minute you have to struggle your way to it, you have to fight your way through it, and people around you not playing a very supportive role, or sudden enmity being generated because of this could be your own behavior or some past rivalry within the families and all. So yes guys, Saturn's transit from the Vipat Tara for your moon nakshatra specific point of view is a matter of concern, caution and care. So opting for remedies is something which I can say right now over here. And again guys, slightest of possibility of gain is only for those people if your business and livelihood is built around a model, like you're working in a, or you're running a spy agency, detective agency, or any of the underhanded secretive activities and all. It could be slightly beneficial for those people. Or let's say for example, being in the limelight for some daredevil, some daring feats and adventure and all, those people can still get benefited, but for rest of the people it's a little bit concerning transition in the Saturn's nakshatra, demanding a lot of caution, care for the Capricorn Dhanishta natives. Now guys, let's say for example, if you are the Dhanishta nakshatra, but your moon being in the Aquarius side of it. So guys, definitely Saturn is still going to be transiting from your Vipat Tara, but in the first house. So yes guys, you have to be very careful. Like there will be conflicting thoughts which you have to deal with, even pertaining to the matters of your health and your public image. It is not a very good news. So I mean to say, if you are already in a radar of any investigating agencies, if you're already going through any health related concerns and all, so Saturn is only going to add or create problems over there. So you have to be very careful. That is all what I can say. And yes guys, majority of the way, like worship of the Lord Hanuman needs to be done, and any of those seeking refuge in the devotion and worship of the ferocious gods like goddess Baglamukhi, Lord Kal Bhairav, Lord Hanuman needs to be done. That is all what I can say as if for now. So give additional caution and care to your health, guard your public image, take very responsible decisions. That is all what I can say. Guys, for the Shatabhisha nakshatra, I want to reveal this news with a dance performance. I'm just joking. So yes guys, because it's my Moon Nakshatra, that is the only reason I mentioned this thing. So guys, for the Shatabhisha moon natives, Saturn is still transiting in your, like, on your, over your moon only, but now it is going to be transiting, getting transitioned into a Sampat Tara basis your moon nakshatra. So Sampat, which means wealth. So I mean to say guys, definitely this transition is going to be first of all a very good or big sigh of relief, because see, Shatabhisha out of all the 27 nakshatra is the most prone towards mental health related concern. Like it is very difficult to find a Shatabhisha person with a mental equilibrium, and that is the only reason. In extreme cases, it could make them a genius scientist, or it borderlines around depression, melancholy, drug addiction, all sort of paranoia, all sort of problem. So handling Saturn right over your moon nakshatra is not a very easy thing. All you guys and me including, we should get a medal or award for that. But now the good part is that now Saturn is transiting to the Sampat Tara. So guys, it is taking place right over your moon sign. So that in itself means lot many Shatabhisha nakshatra natives will be very much open towards some very important wealth ideas, some new ideas. And guys, in your case, those ideas might be connected to the foreign land, far away, or all those hidden opportunities which might be around you, but psychologically, subconsciously, you are not aware about them. So suddenly those opportunities are going to be coming in front of you, and whatsoever you have been diligently working hard for, and Saturn is not releasing the result of that. So now Saturn is going to be transiting in a nakshatra where it will open up the doors of wealth and more opportunities for you guys. And definitely guys, nothing could be better than that if in your line of work the Purva-Bhadrapada element is also getting applicable, like like doing something, all those nocturnal activities. Like you are in a, there are like certain countries where the cannabis business is legal, or something to do with the secretive or calculation part, esoteric, dealing with chemicals and all. So if in any capacity, research, exploration and all, so I would say that this could be occult as well. So if you are connected with these kind of fields and all, so you will definitely get a upper edge. But in totality, whatsoever you deserve, specifically pertaining to the matters of the wealth, it is going to be a very successful, a very supportive transition in the Saturn's nakshatra. And again guys, because see, you are still in the middle phase of the Sadhisati, that is not getting over from you. Some of the brawny points which you guys get is, first of all, Saturn rules your sign. Somehow there is a capacity and tendency to be lenient, Saturn being lenient and bit laid back towards you guys. Second thing is that now it is transiting in a Tara, a Sampat Tara, wealth giving Tara. Definitely you stand a chance. So yes guys, that is all what I have to say for the Shatabhisha moon nakshatra natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Purva-Bhadrapada nakshatra natives, so definitely guys, welcome. Now you have to host the planet Saturn. That is all the Shatabhisha natives are going to be telling. Okay, we have handled the pressure. Now the whole suitcase of pressure, we pass it over to you. So yes guys, Purva-Bhadrapada, it's like Saturn coming right over your Moon Nakshatra. So to begin with, it is going to be time of pressure, additional responsibilities, accountability. You are in the deepest of the Saturn Sade Sati. So there will be little slowdown and pressure is going to be high. And definitely if your dashas are also like promising stress, pressure, responsibility, burden of responsibilities, then definitely this transition in the Saturn's movement is going to validate that. And like the way guys, I mentioned this thing in the previous introduction video on this topic, that see, Purva-Bhadrapada is like a league apart when it comes down to some secretive acts, nocturnal activities, or like any of those daring adventurous activities and all. So if you are engaged in all these fields and profession, then definitely you are going to get benefited. If you are connected with research of any form or any of those occult practices and all, so I would say those people can still get benefited. But yes guys, on an emotional mental plane, Saturn transiting right over it is a time of caution, care. Things might slow down a little bit. Give additional caution to your mental health. Opting for meditation will become very important. Refraining from like overindulgence in alcohol and all needs to be curbed. And yes guys, that is all what I can say for the Purva-Bhadrapada natives. In only capacity it is going to give you good results if you are engaged in a profession like which are typical Aja Ekapada, Purva-Bhadrapada in nature, like having a like cannabis business, something to do with the alcohol, or you have your any of those agencies where you are supplying manpower, or like all those businesses where there's too much of the muscle intimidation is needed or required. Nocturnal, night related activities which hovers around the little bit dealing with the fringe elements of the society. So those people slightly can still get benefited, but in general meditation, monitoring your mental health becomes very important. Now guys, if you are, your moon nakshatra is Purva-Bhadrapada, but your moon being in the Pisces side of it, so definitely guys, then it is going to be transiting in your from the moon sign. This transition is taking place in the 12th. So in a way it is good for you that if any of your aspiration right now is connected with the 12th house, like the way I mentioned this thing, the god which preside over the Ajak Purva-Bhadrapada is Aja Ekapada, which is a god of the night, nocturnal activities, hidden activities, forbidden activities, and 12th house also represents that. So yes guys, I would say this thing that be very observant towards what sort of dreams are coming to you. Be very aware and observant of whatever is cooking or happening behind your back. In certain cases we say this thing, oh, I just need to focus on my work and my work will shine, it will only get noticed, I do not have to worry about the backbiters or people plotting behind me. But no, when the transition is taking place in such a fashion, all these things matters, because secretly your own people might be digging your grave behind your back. So you have to be very careful. Any aspiration right now connected to the foreign or away from the your birthplace, like anything, any activity, any engagement, any endeavors which is taking you away from the drama of the life, like being posted in a far away posting, job posting, or immigration, visa, travels, isolation. If you enjoy that, then this is going to be the best time for you. Now guys, moving ahead now for the Uttara-Bhadrapada moon nakshatra natives. So definitely guys, Saturn is going to be transiting in the Param Mitra Tara and taking place in the 12th house. So guys, because Saturn has got a rulership over the Uttara-Bhadrapada nakshatra as well. So in a way it is a very good news for you that if you're working hard, trying hard to establish yourself in any new terrain, in any new environment, this transition in the Saturn's movement will definitely support you. Like you just got your PR recently and now you are during this phase of Saturn's stay in the Purva-Bhadrapada from April until the January of next year. You're planning to start a fresh life, in a foreign land, in a foreign country, import export nature of work, or any of the, like, you know, for long you have been planning to, you know, take a road trip or go on an ocean, you have your own boat or anything, like, you know, which is taking you away from the drama, to find that true nectar of wisdom, knowledge, in isolation, in peace. I would say that this is definitely going to help you. Again guys, this is a typical yoga, like for example, having that leap of faith or trust in the universe or the higher powers. You just want to, you know, take a pilgrimage to South America, to India, you want to travel the southeast, anything. So the good thing is that Saturn in itself is an important planet for your nakshatra, and over and above that guys, I would say this thing that it is transiting in the Param Mitra, good friend Tara. So that means that if you're trying to do something which is very hidden, and you are in that journey to explore, to find out the answers. So Saturn transiting in the Param Mitra Tara in the 12th house will make you come in contact with the right set of people who will keep on connecting dots, and even in the unknown, they will make your journey very smooth. And in short, if philosophy and finding that answer is not getting applicable in your case, you just want to make money, chill with your family, have a good life, and if those aspirations are connected with the away from the birthplace, it will be a harmonious time for you. And lastly guys, for all the Revati moon nakshatra natives, so guys, Saturn is now going to be transiting in your Mitra Tara in your 12th house. So definitely guys, like when we talk about the Revati nakshatra natives, so definitely they are very emotional, they are like very forgiving, compassionate, and over and above that. So guys, it is a very good news specifically for the healers. Like just looking at a Revati, that is the first thing which came to my mind. So if in any capacity you are like a Reiki healer, you are a pranic healer in any capacity, or like any of the concerns of, you know, doing something with in any collaboration or partnership with someone, so I would say that this entry of Saturn will definitely support you, help you, because guys, you know this thing that in your case the scale is always bit lopsided, because for you guys, from your moon sign point of view as well, Saturn has got a rulership over the house of gains and losses at the same time. So but the good part is that Saturn is going to be transiting in the Mitra Tara. So that means that whatsoever you are trying to explore, find out, and if it is your aspiration is, your occupation, your identity is of a healer, of a traveler, of an explorer, or in any of the spiritual journey you are engaged in that, you are in the pursuit of that, definitely a lot is waiting for you to be explored. That is all what I can say. Like right set of people will keep on coming into your life and they will serve some purpose. So yes guys, that is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. All grace and thanks to the goddess Saraswati. So for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.